Hello guys, this is Constantine again, and we are in the third game of OGSTheSTC versus OGSFruitSeller, and we are on Scrap Station. The game is tied up, or the little best of three is tied up 1-1 right now, with OGSTheSTC taking the first game on Zelnaga Caverns, with some excellent Marine Marauder dropping and micro in general. And it's really interesting because the second game, the very same strategy of attacking in multiple places and abusing the immobility of the other player's army was employed, but this time by the Zerg player whenever he used his Overlord Doom drops in all different places, and then use a Nidus network at the very end of the game to send roaches and hydras in behind the siege tank line, and just really showed how you can play Zerg effectively against mech. And I think that's something that's really important to take from the game. Anyway, we have STC not going to do any kind of early play. He's got that supply depot down. For those of you that are interested in knowing when to build your supply depot, you want to build it right when your food is at 10 and you have 100 minerals. And so what I usually do is with my 9th worker, when you're building a worker and it's at 9 out of 11, you send that worker forward wherever you want to build your supply depot. And you can usually get about this far away from your command center before you hit 100 exactly. So if it's a long map where you have a choke down here or something, oh, and he's building a barracks down here, this is interesting. We'll return to that in a second. But anyway, so if it's a long map and you have to build down here, you want to send a different probe a little bit earlier so that you can build it right when you hit 100. And that way, and you'll build it when you're at 10 food, because that 9th one will be out for a little while. And so what you want to do is then you just keep making SCVs up until 12, and you can throw your barracks down at 12 and still maintain SCV production. So this is cool. What he did is he built the barracks down here knowing that he was going to get scouted by the Overlord, and so he made the Zerg player freak out a little bit because he thought that the barracks was maybe proxied, and then the Zerg player is going to freak out and he's going to think, oh, I have to get my pull down immediately, and he does have a pretty early pull down, and he's got no Zerglings coming out. He's got a queen coming out pretty quickly, and so far he hasn't taken expansion. So just by building that barracks over here, making one marine and then landing it up here, he actually makes the Zerg think about a lot of things. So it's just playing little mind games with him. It's pretty great. And he's going to do something entirely normal after that, is just get a factory. Actually, that's not as normal. He's getting a factory tech lab on that barracks, and he's getting a factory with no add-on. He's going to be walling in with this nice little space here. That's kind of interesting. I'm going to see if he's going to be flipping this with the factory to make a quick siege tank, or maybe getting some late Reapers out. Late Reapers are so great, especially on this map where the Zerg player can't really defend this cliff that well because you have to get creep up there in order to be able to defend it. And so Reapers can take advantage of that. He's got the bunker built there. That's so great. Anytime you can get a bunker built there, you might as well do it, because if the Zerg tries to expand and it sees it, and he has things to take it out, you can just salvage it and lose absolutely no money. But if he tries to get away with an expansion before he gets some Zerglings out or units that can really damage it, then you have delayed him, and that's always something good to do. So we have FruitSeller here is going to be spreading his Overlords good. He's got nice Overlord positioning here, seeing any kind of Reapers trying to run up here. This is a great position for that Overlord. You can see units. This Marine is on watch here, knowing it's going to be there. But you can see units trying to come down and destroy these rocks. You can see the edge of the production facilities. If you need to sacrifice this Overlord later, you have it in position to see it immediately. So once again, we have the STC going for some kind of early factory with a tech lab build and a single barracks making Marines. He hasn't really started doing anything out of that. I don't really know what he's going to do. Oh, he's throwing down a tech lab and a starport. I am guaranteeing, 100% guaranteeing, that we are going to see some cloaked Banshee play. He's got this much gas and minerals. That's just enough gas, actually I have 50 more gas, to get cloak out, which is going to go down right here. There it is. Come on, get that cloak down. And I am so horrible. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. And this is probably not going to work out too well. He's got that scan going down. He sees the lair morphing. He might cancel this cloak. I would probably cancel it in this situation against a good player. As soon as they get that lair out, the first thing that you should do with your first 100 gas, unless you're saving it for something special, is morph an Overseer. You don't have to get the see, pneumatized carapace? What the hell are these upgrades? Come on. Ventral Sax is like the best one, and the word ventral is in it. Come on. Anyway, I'm not an English major, so don't hold it against me. Anyway, so he's going to be trying to go in here with some cloaked banshees, and this might work, but all you got to do is morph one overseer. You only have a 17-second window when you know that layer is out to kill drones, and a good player will have this many drones in one base. That's pretty ridiculous. And also be able to keep most of his drones alive. His only real hope is to go for the queen and hope he has no other queens or units, but this is interesting. He's going for an infestation pit on one base. You don't really see this play all that often. Oh, he's just now expanding. I like how he's extended the creep all the way to this hatchery before he even throws it down. It's going to guarantee that he can get his queens over there if he's being harassed by air. It's also going to guarantee that he can get roaches over there in case he's being reapered or any of the amazingly annoying strategies that Terran can do. One of my favorite things to do on this map is to get a single dropship out of this quick starport and get like 4 Hellions and just drop them here and then run down here real fast. You can pick them up, you can run around, drop over here, and this Banshee here just took out that queen. Like I said, that was his one little window, but unfortunately this Banshee is at half health and he's got a queen coming in here, and this queen is going to be able to take this Banshee out. Oh, but there's 2, so lots of damage has been done here. Wow, he has a really low amount of drones now. Wow, that was about half of his drones mining minerals, so definitely going to be a worthwhile investment. Although what's interesting is with Zerg you can actually come back from losing that many drones pretty quickly. It's nowhere near as bad as losing that many drones with Terran or Protoss, because you can only build one at a time. So he's going to be alright, but only I think because he's got these infestors out. The Terran player hasn't committed to siege tanks, and I think siege tanks would really destroy these infestors if the Terran player really has no units but these banshees. So if he got perhaps the neural parasite, he could take advantage of these banshees. He could grab them and take out some of his buildings, but I don't know. That's probably not a good idea now that they lowered the length of time that the whatever it's called works for down to 12 seconds. Sorry, forgetting my words there for a moment. So you really can't get any use out of mind controlling these banshees, but once again, they're the only units that he has. He's got 1 siege tank and he's got 4 marines. He stopped even making marines. I'm not really sure why. He got that expansion up pretty quickly, but I feel like with just these buildings going the 111 builders, Husky likes to call it I think it's like Destiny Cloud Fist or something. It's completely ridiculous.